Oh, let me do it like this.
The icon to pop up.
Yeah, it's not popped up yet. Waiting.
It says, hang on, we're telling other people you're live.
Good.
Okay, so now let me go back to Zoom here because I believe we're live on Zoom. We are. Hello, Facebook. We're on Facebook and Instagram. So excited. Figuring out all these tweaks. This is Tam. Oh, and you just joined. Perfect. So now if you send me a request, I'll be able to add you onto this live.
There, I think I did it.
Okay, so I did turn off the speaker to my computer because it does give some kind of feedback, but I'm going to be watching you on Instagram, just so you know. Well, both.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay. Oh, do you have feedback on yours or you're good?
I think I'm good.
Oh, perfect. Oh, yay. Okay.
Whoops.
Or was it?
Yeah.
Was it me or you?
I don't know.
If you mute your computer, then you can. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you won't be able to see everything on Facebook. Like you'll see us talking, but it'll just be this. Okay, everyone, we figured it out. We got it all. Ooh. Thank you for being this with me and helping me through this.
Oh, I feel like I have to now figure this out for myself.
Well, I know how to do it now.
Good. Okay.
Okay, so today we're going over how to plan by the planets. Tam's going to go more into everything that, all the modalities that she has. I actually just bought her planner, which we're going to be going live to go deeper into her planner, but I'm going to just give her the floor so she can really go into detail about everything that, all the modalities that she has with astrology.
Yeah. Well, it's not just astrology. So for everybody who's new to me, I am Tam, and Tam I am. I am I would call myself a quantum lifestyle coach. I work with the quantum field. I'm all about the energetics of life. And so astrology is all about the energies of planets, and our psyche is full of beliefs and has the capacity to pull us in different directions. So it's all about kind of merging our energies, our thought patterns, our physical energy, and what's going on with the planets. And I really am, my sweet spot is in helping people unpattern themselves. And astrology is the gift of actually, it's your blueprint for figuring out your life without doing it the hard way, so to speak. So like if you want to hack your life, if you want to hack the hurdles, get over them quicker, you read your astrology so that you can know the way through. Does that make sense? I can't hear. Are you answering? I can't hear you.
Good. You're good.
Okay. Well, please have a conversation because it's really hard to just.
I didn't hear the last part. All I heard was this is how you do this, and then you like froze and did a circle, and then I was still listening.
Okay. Well, we'll make the best of it. So astrology is like a hack. It helps you identify what might be a hurdle for you and what might be a help for you. So you'll know what you're good at. You'll know your sweet spots. But on the other hand, you'll know where you're misbehaving, why relationships could be an issue for you. You'll know, you'll get clues as to, what is a good career field for you. Astrology is your personal, really highly unique map. And that's what I really love about it. So one of my taglines has been happier, healthier, wealthier, faster. And faster is really a key thing for me. And that's what astrology can be, is a kind of your own personal gift to see you how to get through your things faster. So do you use astrology at all?
Oh, yeah. I actually have an app that I was going to bring up to you, and it tells me what moon I'm in. It tells me what tells me my moon. It tells me like where I am right now as far as today, like as a Pisces in this particular moon, what to expect and how I'm going to be. I have to tell you that there's so much for me to learn because I don't know a lot about it. Oh, co-star, that's it. Someone just said it in the chat. That's what it's called. And it tells you basically like what you need to look out for, like your weaknesses for that particular time. But I was waiting because I'm really excited with your planner that I'm going to get, exactly what that's going to include. And I know we're going to go over that, but so yes, I do use it, and I believe it.
Awesome. Well, you know, I guess I would say like what's not to believe. The planets have been in the heavens forever. Through astrology, you can look back at a period of time and identify what happened during that time period and be able to say, oh, well, Saturn was conjunct Jupiter inside of Capricorn, and you can go, oh yeah, so the next time that happened, oh, the same kind of stories went on, and oh, the same kind of stories. It's this patterning of planets inside of certain signs, and you can basically unravel everything and be able to see very, very plainly how each planet will affect you. So there's lots and lots of benefits to using astrology, for sure. I want to preface this whole conversation with, I am not a master astrologer. No, I am not. I am an avid, rabid, ongoing student of astrology. There's way too much to learn, Jillian. It's an incredible body of knowledge. And I wouldn't even pretend to come close to having the experience that some people have, but I know enough to guide my life with it. And my biggest astrology help is the Energy Almanac.
Okay.
And the Energy Almanac is a look at the year ahead, week by week. So every week there's an article in this book that you can read, and you can see, oh yeah, so this week is there's an intensifying going on this week. That's because we're starting the week off with the moon inside of Scorpio, which is a very deeply intense zodiac sign. So with the moon being there, people are feeling things very, very intensely. And then there's a lot of change that will be going on this week. So we can read this. There's a whole article here that you can read. Yeah. And then you basically want to make your decisions week by week based on what's going on. Like, this is probably not a good week for having a discussion that's going to be difficult, right? Yeah. Like, things are already too intense. There's already like this electricity in the air. Maybe you're going to put that on the back burner till, like, I think the second week in July is looking a lot softer.
Okay.
So you have this book, and you can guide yourself week by week all the way through. And we have the moons in here. You can know exactly what's coming up for each moon period. And then you have resources like which gemstone will help you, which yoga pose is a good one for right now. And we have all kinds of insight inside the book.
Oh.
So yeah, I do basically emotional coaching to get rid of old belief systems, and I help you understand your astrology blueprint so that you can get out of everything a little faster.
Okay. So for people now that are just coming into this or watching right now, what would you say for retrograde? For people that don't understand how retrograde works, how the planets work with that, how would you describe it to them? And what are the effects? And what would you say to stay away from? Because I feel like that's something,
Totally. So let me share this with you. You probably didn't even know I have this. This is called the Moon Deck.
I saw that on your website, and I was this close from buying it, and I thought, oh, I'm going to wait until I know more about it, because I figured,
yeah.
Okay.
So the Moon Deck is a learning tool for astrology, and it's also what I call a reflection tool for astrology. So you have all the planet cards, okay, all of the zodiac signs, all of the house cards, and all of the meanings behind the aspects. So for example, you're asking me about retrograde.
Yeah.
So there's the symbol for retrograde right at the top, and then it tells you exactly on the card what's going on. So during a retrograde, it feels as though, or it seems as though when you were to look in the sky, that planet in particular is going backwards. So it's not really going backwards, but it's kind of slowed its motion so much that it appears that way.
Okay.
So during a retrograde, this is all about re-looking, everything RE, going back, looking at what we have been through and revisiting, restructuring, rethinking, reapplying, restructuring. That's what you want to do during a retrograde. We are in a massive retrograde season right now. Massive. So Venus just went forward, so that one's out. So we have Pluto retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Mercury retrograde.
Woo!
That's a lot. So what does that tell you? That says slow down, go slow. Mercury retrograde is when you want to pull in and go slow. You're looking in, you're looking back. Right. So it's a perfect time to be re-evaluating all the areas that those planets are in. Mercury retrograde, that's the common one. Mercury rules, it rules short-term travel, technology, it rules thinking, of course, and communication. So you want to be very careful in any of those areas, but you also want to look at the sign that it's inside of. So Mercury is retrograde in Cancer. So take a look at those Cancer topics, which are home life and deep emotion and mothering, right? So you want to look at those areas and really pay attention to them. Now, on the other hand, I was talking about Pluto is retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So in that instance, you're looking at Pluto is the planet of great transformation and power. So in the topic of Capricorn, Capricorn is about big business and institutions. It's about structure and order and discipline. So you want to look at where are things sort of crumbling and dying and what is being reborn in that area of business and look around. We're in the middle of a quarantine.
Yeah, literally.
Everything is changing. All business is changing. Well, this is an episode that hasn't happened for 500 years. Pluto, wow. It was Jupiter, gosh, there was a whole bunch of Saturn, all inside of this area of Capricorn where big business, institutions, discipline, form, structure, leadership, all that father energy is just coming apart. And we're having to rebuild, restructure, retrograde, go back and look at it again. Keep re-looking right now. And it's going to actually stay retrograde until early October.
Wow. Okay. So I saw this post about something that I thought, okay, I'm going to bring this up. There was something where it was basically that the moon shifted, because I'm still learning all of this. So I can't phrase it how you do. But it was basically where now these two particular moons have shifted to where this is really a lot of change that's going to happen until like early January. Like it's now, I want to tell you, but it's inside of my,
Are you talking about the nodes?
Yes, I think so, because it was something that I was looking up on an astrology site, and it like said that now we're in a place where these two moons have shifted, and it's for about 6 months of like, be careful of your decisions, what you're doing, like all of that type of.
So exactly, you're talking about the north and the south node. So the north node, that's this one. Well, let's start with the south node. The south node represents the past or what you're overcoming. The south node just switched into Sagittarius. Okay. So Sagittarius is that exaggerated, holding on to old beliefs. Sagittarians believe. Yeah. They believe. they love philosophy and theology and that spiritual kind of thinking, and they believe really hard and they hold on to it. and they'll hold on to it too long sometimes. So the South Node is asking us to overcome this overthinking our beliefs, right?
Yeah.
We're going, so the other moon that switched, when the nodes switch, they both switch. The North Node is now the way forward. How do we move into the future in a way that will help us? And this is in the sign of Gemini.
Okay.
So Gemini is saying, it's about being curious. Gemini wants to learn. They're very highly intellectual. They're ruled by Mercury, so they're communicating. So, and also Gemini rules your hands. So the North Node inside of Gemini is saying, be curious. Why am I doing this? Why am I believing this? Getting over that old belief system from Sagittarius. What can I hand off to lighten my load? Hands, right?
Yeah.
What new skills do I want to learn? Hands.
Okay.
And learning and education. Gemini's asking us to learn a new way of showing up.
Okay.
And I like to say, Gemini like seeing both sides of something.
Yeah.
Why did I believe it like that? I'm not sure. Look, tell me your point of view and I'll tell you my point of view. Two sides.
Right.
So, yeah, the nodes are very, very important.
I mean, there's so many levels to this, you know.
The nuances are crazy. It's so deep. But I want to tell you, my goal with astrology is to make it accessible to everybody. So often I feel like astrologers go so deep so fast that you cannot follow it. So one of the things, particularly with the almanac, is I try to keep it really simple so you can apply it. I want you to apply it. Same thing with these cards. This is not an 800-page essay about Gemini. It's about 3 sentences. I want to break it down so people can apply it really quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you have your moon deck. Then you have, okay, so for this week in your book, what are major points that you feel like people should be going over, keeping in mind, not the whole paragraph, I don't want you to read it all, but just a few points that you would say, okay, this is something you need to be careful of because I'm listening.
Well, you know, if I really only get to say one thing, I would tell everybody, pay attention to the eclipse. The full moon lunar eclipse is on over this weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday. It's a full moon, so it's bringing closure, right? And it's in the sign of Capricorn. Look, you're a business owner. You run Zencation retreats. So important that you look at, you know, what can I let go of that is not serving me in the area of business, structure, leadership, old thinking. You really want to keep it in that Capricorn.
I lost you on Instagram, but I still hear you. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's coming back now, but I was it's the energy. Okay, it's the energy. You totally have it. Okay, so keep going. I'm here. You're back now.
I've blown up so many technology things. It's crazy.
Okay, so as a business owner, you were going there and I was like all in and make sure that I'm making the right decisions and
Closing up though, that full moon is asking us to wrap something up. So it can be old thinking, it can be old structure, it can be old habits around discipline, because Capricorn rules these things. So what do you want to close up around those things, and then also apply new intentions in that area. New intentions around discipline, structure, business, order, leadership, institution type things. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, Saturday and Sunday, I need to just really go in and not make any other decisions until a little while after, because I need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, especially in retrograde and all these different things. What were you going to say?
Well, I'm just going to say, like, we're in a slow season. This summer is a, yep. I know there's a delay.
I can see it now, and I can see you talking, and then I look on Instagram and I'm like, why can't I hear her?
I was just saying, we are in a very slow season. Like, we should all be going as slow as we can tolerate and still get things done. I would say, do spend your weekend very thoughtfully, looking at what do I really want to let go of around Capricorn habits of discipline, order, structure. What do I want to initiate? A circle is no beginning and no ending, right? So if you think of the moon, when I think about a full moon or a new moon, it's still the beginning and the ending of something. So you're ending Capricorn ideas, you're beginning and implementing new ideas. Did that go through?
I just am not going to mess up your flow. I'm just not going to mess up your flow. And so I unmuted the Facebook so I could hear, because I was not about to dive into that, because I just want to hear everything you're saying right now, and I don't want to mess it up. So now it's back. But okay, so there's a couple different things that I'm getting from this. One, you definitely need to go in. You need to be aware of what has served you and what no longer is allowing these things. Right. You want to let them go with love. Let them go with love.
Yep.
But just know that it's not serving you anymore. And a business perspective, okay, because you are very business oriented. What would you tell? I have a lot of like different entrepreneurs and different things that follow these pages. What would you suggest for them? The same thing before you move on with anything. What would you say for them?
I would say this is the time, this weekend, this eclipse is the time to look at your business. Where have I not applied discipline? Where do I need to bring order into my business? I would look at that. Where have I not been a leader inside of my business, right?
That's a strong one.
Big questions, really big questions. That's what I would look at myself, and that's what I'll be doing for my business over this weekend. Yeah.
That's amazing. I think the hard questions are the ones that are uncomfortable, but the ones that give you the growth. So
exactly. So while we're on that topic, like we're in the retrograde season and all that, I want to mention, if you don't mind, I do a quarterly review. It's called the In Your Jammies online quarterly review, where you spend 4 hours with me from your computer, and we literally we do review, reflect, renew. So you review data, you reflect on how you feel about it, and then I walk everybody through the EFT together as a group. We get some powerful releasing, and then we do a renew process where we apply the current astrology, whatever it is, and I outline it for everybody, and we put it on paper, and then I help you fill in the blanks about what's next for you for the next coming 90 days. It's a super, super powerful process. If somebody can't make it live on Saturday, July 11th, they can buy their ticket, and I'll send all the replays out, and they can do it over the next week if they want to.
Oh wow, that's probably where I'll be. I told you I wanted to be a part of it, and I do. So I'm gonna end up buying my ticket and having you send me the videos, because I see the value in all of this. And for those that don't know, we're actually, Zencation is working with Tam to align our days. So we are not in a retrograde. We're in a good area for all of our stuff. So, Tam, if you could comment in Instagram, if you want to grab it, where we can get the link, that's something that you could do. Or maybe I'm trying to think of. Do it now. Okay, perfect. Because then I'll pin it, and then people can go to it.
Perfect.
I don't know how to do that on Facebook yet, but I will copy it too, and I'll post it in the comments in the Facebook group after.
Awesome. I just put the link in there, and it's shopbigsky.com, and it's In Your Jammies retreat.
Right.
Perfect. Done.
That was great.
Yeah, I think there's something else that I would like to I'm going to use the word warning. Like I'd like to warn everybody out that that's coming up. And that is that Mars is now in Aries. Mars inside of Aries for the next, let me look at my chart here. It's going to be in there until early January. So Mars is the god of war.
Oh, I'm going to drink tea to that.
Calm that right down. So Mars is the god of war.
But you froze on
so
Instagram when you said it.
Right? Oh boy, my phone is really low. We might lose Instagram, but I'll stay on the other one.
You're back now, but as soon as you said that, it went whoop, but you're good now. You're good.
Of course it did. So Mars is this planet, you know, you could say on the softer, more spiritual tone, it's passionate. Mars has passion and drive and energy, and on the darker side, aggression. So Mars is the planet that actually rules Aries. So when a planet is in its ruling sign, it gives it power and strength. It's home. It's like, oh, I'm home. Great. I'm going to do everything I'm supposed to do. So when you think about Aries, the personality of Aries, like they're here, their purpose on the planet is about learning courage. That's their whole thing, right? So what does an Aries do? But they're impetuous and they're going to go for it, whether or not they're ready. Well, add to it passion or aggression, and now you have some sharp energy. This is true for humanity. This is not true just over Tam. This is true for everybody. Mars is inside of Aries, and it's going to urge us to initiate things that maybe we really shouldn't have. It might mean we speak too fast, move too fast, go too hard. It's something, I'm putting up like a yellow blinking light. Caution. Like, let's all be careful and let's be really, really mindful about who we are being, how we are showing up on the planet. And this is from my heart to yours. Like, one of the things that I said early in 2020 that we need to do in order to get through this year is to nurture common values. And this would speak to what's going on in the world right now. We have, we have hubs that are dangerous and scary right now. We have activism at a level, a very like Mars feeling activism going on right now. We have a lot of butting of heads. The one thing that we can do that can help everybody through this is to nurture common values. Like, look through your eyes as though you're looking through somebody else's eyes. It's that Gemini, see their side, see my side, see your side, and soften how you look at that other person. They have a story. They have a point of view, and it's valid, even if it's not your point. So nurture what's right in them, because they are your mirror. It's also what's right inside of you. Mars inside of Aries is going to be very challenging. So I'm inviting the compassion, the empathy. I'm inviting you to stop, slow down. Instead of react, respond.
Wow. You just really, you said so much that is so valid. You know, I think I'm one of those people that I go through the blinking lights instead of really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I definitely needed this today. One, because as a business owner in my personal life, you're just constantly making decisions. And I feel like a lot of people are talking to respond instead of listen. So me being really present today and listening to you and hearing these things really was something that I needed. Mars in Aries. Wow, how powerful is that? I'm sorry,
there's a lot of there's certainly a lot of powerful transits going on right now. You know, we do have another big one this week. It is, I think it's Jupiter and Pluto inside of Capricorn. Pluto conjunct. So when a planet is conjunct, let's do it like this. There's Jupiter. Let me get the cards really quickly. Jupiter and Pluto. Yeah. So here's Jupiter. So this is the planet of Jupiter. This is the planet of Pluto. When they're conjunct, they do this. They're in alignment. So they're sharing energy. And it's inside of Capricorn. So again, we're talking about discipline, order, structure, big business, government. We have a big conjunction coming up this week. I said I was going to only offer one thing, but there's really two things. This big conjunction is a big whammy of power because Jupiter expands everything. Pluto is the planet of transformation. So something's coming up for a big change this week. It's going to be massive. Yeah. So like steel yourself, prepare yourself, lean into faith. There's a big expansive transformation coming at the end of this week inside of big business, government, institutions, something. We'll see how it shakes out. Like I can't say, I know that this, it's this entity and this person. I don't know that. I only know we have a great big astrological impact happening over the weekend, Friday and Saturday. And of course, energy right inside of it, that eclipse is going to be super powerful. I froze. Look at that.
I'm watching you though because I'm not interrupting this. Okay, I'm watching you because okay, there we go. Now it's coming back. So okay, hold on, let me make sure. Oh yeah, now it's back. We're good now. See, I don't know.
Okay.
Instagram is having mine when Facebook is just rolling through, and I have to tell you that we're going to be doing these lives on both now. So if it is messing up, they can go to Facebook and watch it too. So, but you're back now.
Okay, good. But you're back now. Okay, good.
It was breaking up.
But it's okay. There's someone in the comments that has commented this a couple times, so I want to just read this to you. Okay. It says, I'm born January 8th. I don't think my personality goes in line with Capricorn. I feel a lot more like a Sagittarius. According to new horoscope, I'm Sagittarius. Which is correct?
Oh, that's a tricky question. So first of all, it depends if you're being read in Western astrology or if you're in the sidereal astrology. That's one of the things that you got to look at. Second thing, your moon, your rising, and your ascendant. Your moon, your ascendant, and your sun. Sorry. So your sun sign is Capricorn, but you have an ascendant or a rising sign. That sign.
One more second. It's breaking up again.
Hold on one more second.
Yep.
It's breaking up again.
Okay.
Yep.
Am I back? Hello.
You're like I can hear you clearly, but I can't see you on there. Okay.
I can't see you on.
I'm sorry. This is annoying, but it's okay. It's because we got a lot of different energies going on here.
We do. So let's look at it from this perspective. There's two kinds of astrology, the Western and the sidereal. So that's an issue. But then there's the whole, your sun sign is Capricorn. Your rising sign has a huge effect on how you show up. And then there's your moon. So it could be that you show up more as your rising sign, which could be that you're a Sag rising. I don't look at your chart. You must have a lot of planets inside of one of the Sagittarian areas. And that might be why you feel more Sag than Capricorn. You said you're January 8th. Oh, new astrology, like the 13th house, the 13th sign. I don't do that. I believe in the 12 that were original, and I just leave it there. And a lot of astrologers are just leaving it there. So there's like lots of things to look at in that way. I love, by the way, astrocharts.com, and that's the charts that I usually run. I know there's a lot of different ways, but those ones are simple to read. So go there, find out your sun, your moon, and your rising.
So go there, find out your sun.
Okay. So for that answer, I would definitely go to that particular website, could you say it one more time just so then they have it?
Astro Charts.
Astro Charts.
Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. So
okay.
Astro Charts, if you go there, you're able to find out the three main points of your moon, the rising, and what was the other one?
Sun, moon, and rising.
Sun, moon, and rising.
Okay, perfect. So sun, moon, and rising, and how important those three things are. I'm going to do it too, because I'd really love to know what mine is too.
Good. I highly recommend you start building a binder that's all about you, the book of you. And you keep your chart in it and you make notes. You get a natal chart, your birth chart read. You get your chart read every single year because it's a dial, right? The ecliptic, that chart is a dial, and every year it turns. So every year you have to move and shift with it. So I recommend one birth chart and then once a year, a reading with your favorite astrologer.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we touched on a lot today, but I definitely want to open the floor. If you have any questions on Facebook, I don't know how to open the questions yet. So any questions that I see on Facebook, I'll go back over, I'll get with Tam, and then I'll get a response. For Instagram, if you have anything in there now for Tam, she's also available to reach her on 2 different pages. It's going to be the Almanac. I know it's Almanac, the Energy Almanac, and then Tam. You can reach her on those. She does different coaching, all kinds of stuff for business as well. These are just gems that she dropped today for Zencation, but this is something that you can get from her and a more detailed type of astro reading. So that's kind of how I okay, so Tam, do you have anything, or are we, what do you think?
No, we did good. I just would say, like, dive in. Like, don't be afraid of astrology. Take it one bite at a time. Just how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. This astrology is an elephant. It's huge. It's deep, and everybody deserves to know how they're wired and how they can move through life in a way that's faster and funner.
So I didn't hear any of that.
Of course
but
not.
That's okay. I think everyone else did.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to sign off at Instagram, and then I want to stay with you on Facebook.
Okay.
So anybody who would like to continue this for a few minutes, I really want to be able to hear Tam and go into conversation with her. So we're going to go over there. Please follow Zencation Retreats. If you look it up right now, we're actually live on Facebook from there. I'm going to save this. So thank you for joining, but we're going to sign off of Instagram. Right?
Bye. Bye, Insta.
All right, Tam. All right, now I can go here. Okay, I had to do that. Thank you guys. I'm going over to Facebook. See you there. I had to end that.
I know, that was frustrating.
That was. I couldn't hear you. I need to be able to hear you. I'm sorry.
I know, much easier.
Okay, so I feel like we just what was the last part that you went over? Because I was trying to be in that end.
Were we talking about eating an elephant and just learning astrology? That part?
I didn't hear anything about eating an elephant.
Oh my gosh! I was just saying that, you know, to anybody who was signing off, that everybody should dip their toes in the water of astrology and try to understand and apply it. And I said, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that's it with astrology. You have to pick what you want to nibble on first. It might be the zodiac signs. It could be the houses. The houses are the area of life that we're referring to.
Right.
If you have Scorpio in the first house is your viewpoints, your personality, and the core of who you are. But if you put Scorpio in the second house, now you're talking about work and values and how you make money. Wow. So Scorpio, that's your being mysterious, purposeful, joint money inside of business and work. So it's a puzzle, and that's why everybody needs these damn cards.
I need them.
It's a puzzle piece, and it's really important that you put together the puzzle.
Okay. So right now we are in Scorpio. That's what you told me. What are we in right now? We're in a couple different.
We're in Cancer.
We're in Cancer. Okay, Cole's a Cancer.
He
His
is.
birthday was last weekend. It was June 27th.
Nice. So that normally that means at his core, he is very, they're usually a very emotional people. They're very about home life.
Yeah.
They really love to be rooted in family. And, you know, on the darker side, if you want to call it that, they're, you know, they can be quite dramatic.
Yeah, I have never seen Cole be dramatic.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
Maybe not yet. I don't know. I feel like a Pisces is more dramatic. I'm really dramatic sometimes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I think of Pisces as quite dramatic. I do. They're very highly emotional. Pisces,
Yes.
very, very highly emotional. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sensitive. I'm emotional. So how does Pisces work in a Cancer moon? Or like how, like, is there certain things that I should be looking for?
Well, I would say both of those are water signs, but there's way too much to go into. Like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? I would say just watch out for the overriding emotions. So it would be, how does this go? I think it's Scorpio at the bottom, Pisces. So if this is, imagine this is the water line and this is the top of the ocean right here.
Okay.
This would be, I think Cancer up at the top of the water. The middle would be like the deeper waves. And then we have the bottom, Scorpio, deep, deep, deep water, deep, deep, deep emotion, right?
Wow.
And then Pisces is more like, whoa, and then Cancer is more at the top. So I would just say watch for the emotional, watery, you know, aspects.
Those kind of aspects.
But, you know, but who knows what your rising signs and all that. There's so much to relationship astrology.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Well, I ended on Instagram, and then I thought I didn't really want to end it yet because I wanted to be able to really talk to you and hear you, even though I feel like that went really well. But just at the end, there was a lot of energy, and I feel like it was like quirky.
Yep.
But I know that there was one point, you know, for everybody, there's certain things that you said that really hit home. One, this weekend, I'm going internal and I'm not really making any decisions.
I love that. I love that.
And two, as a Pisces, now I know like I am emotional, and then I'm highly sensitive when I'm even more in that with being with a Cancer moon.
Sure. Oh, so, wow. The Cancer moon. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's what I missed. I thought you were asking about Cole and his being a Cancer.
Oh no, I meant the whole moon.
Oh, so you're very highly emotional person and very sensitive, I'm sure. Holy moly. So this is, I would say, like, I mean, I would say there's certainly a lot more to it than what I'm about to say, but definitely because Capricorn is the moon this weekend, right? That big eclipse.
Yeah.
So Pisces have a tendency to be very visionary, but have a difficult time putting boots on the ground to take steps. And Capricorn wants you to put boots on the ground, very much so. So be thinking about that. How can I show up differently inside of my life and business and really apply willpower? Like Capricorn wants you to use that willpower. So think about that over the weekend for you.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. I feel like I've literally been being pushed into like make stuff happen, like do it, you know. But that's me running through that yellow light that we were talking about earlier, and I have to make sure that I'm still stopping there and then going, because I can just, that's one of the things is that I'll just keep going until I, you know, and that's something that I'm working on.
Oh, that's interesting. That would make me say, I wonder where Mars is in your chart. That drive, a lot of that is Mars energy.
Okay.
So I wonder if you have Mars inside of Capricorn in your chart. That could be why you're able to like drive and push through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be worth looking at. Like your astro chart will say a lot once you get it interpreted.
Okay. That's that's a whole nother level of things is
It
doing
is,
that.
it's a whole other level. Yeah, I'm developing a coaching program for next year where we're just going to work off a couple of aspects of a person's chart because it's so overwhelming to
Yeah.
get inside of a chart and memorize 10 planets and 12 zodiac signs and 12 houses. Like, it's too much. But if you know a couple of key things, it's sometimes enough to get you to the next level.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect. So I just want to thank you.
Mm,
I am going to end it with this, but
Yeah.
this July 11th, if you weren't paying attention before or you missed anything, she's actually doing a small retreat from 11 to 3. Is that right?
Yep.
11 to 3. It's from your home. It's virtual. You can actually buy the ticket from her site, which is Big Sky.
Shop Big Sky.
That's I actually just bought one of the planners, and I'm sure the book and the retreat are next. So I'm gonna let you go into your book and just little things like that.
Yeah, they can go into the energy almanac if they really want to be able to plan a week at a time or a month at a time or a quarter at a time. This is the tool to help you really get into flow with the astrological energies that are forcing you anyway. Why not flow instead of be forced, right?
Yeah. Flow, not force. That is a Dr. Shelley quote. Those are things that I live by. Flow, not force. So thank you for your time. I will be tagging her on our Instagram. She's also in our Zencations Grow group.
Yes.
So that's something that you can add her in, talk to her, look on her website, make sure that you're going to this retreat. I'm going to be paying for it, and then I will be doing it on my own. So that's an option too. So
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah,
I really appreciate you.
Anytime,
Okay, so
anytime you need another update, you just give me a call.
well, we're gonna do that opening of my book together.
Perfect. The planner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Opening my planner. Okay. So I don't know how to end this live. So we're going to just figure it out.
I'm going to leave the meeting because I can see how to leave. You'll be on your own.
Okay. All right.
Anybody who wants to join me at 8 p.m. tonight Eastern, I'm going to talk again. If you need a review about astrology, I'm going to talk about the numerology of July. I'm going to talk about the astrology. We usually do a little bit of tapping so that people can like pump up their energy. So 8 p.m. TMIM Veilleux coaching on Facebook.
Okay. I'll be there.
Okay. Good. All right. Bye for now.
Bye. Okay, everyone. So thank you for joining. Facebook, this was our first Facebook Live with Zencation Retreats is doing this, and I'm so excited for this whole thing, learning, growing. Thank you, Tam, for that. We also do this on Instagram. We're going to be doing this. We have these lives 3 times a week. So Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So make sure that you tune in 1 p.m. every week. We will be doing this, and join the group so you can get more information, get more familiar with all of us. And I hope you have a good day. I'm going to try and end this, and we'll see how it goes.